Get the gods, the charts from my generation. I'll take the let's get it on.
Hey guys, I want to get something straight real quick. What did I tell you? What the fuck did I tell you? The time WWE 2K was gonna come out. It's been a few months now since the game has ported over to the major consoles and I don't think PC. Yeah, PC. But still, what did I tell you when it was going to port? They weren't ready. They've paid attention to stuff nobody cares about or nobody watches. Their story mode was going to be a joke involving two characters. Their roster was going to be mediocre and lacked the impact of the last thing. Their showcase mode is irrelevant. Their graphics sucked. And you know your crap when even GameStop couldn't even save you. GameStop, IMDb, IGN even gave you a 4.3 out of 10. In social media over backlash, still shitted on your game. Even top YouTubers like Willpower, Dank Ops, a lot of dudes that you know are fans of professional wrestling and of course are fan of professional wrestling games couldn't even save your product. You're a done deal, WWE 2K, and you put this upon yourself. And I'm not doing this to try to lash it off like, oh, I told you so. Oh, I'm just carrying off that I literally beat my viewership from over 20 more viewers than I did my top video from like last year. So, what can I tell you? I was right. And I'm not saying this because I hate 2K. I'm doing this because I absolutely loathe 2K. I fucking hate its overly monopolistic advances just to get a bang out of a kid's buck or a fan's buck to make a wrestling game. They'll update a game later so you can get the season pass so you can literally get most of the wrestlers. You don't buy fucking content. You don't do that shit with a wrestling game. It's not Madden. It's not FIFA. It's a professional wrestling game. It's supposed to be taken as such. Then you have your biggest producer for these video games since SmackDown vs. Raw, Yokes, leaving your process and making your game even feel like an utter fan port. You guys have ruined, you guys have raped the wrestling video games after a decent port. I didn't talk about it before. WWE 2K19 had its still issues like it did with the previous ports of WWE 2K. The gameplay glitches a lot. I feel like they're still missing match types. And over these last several years, there hasn't been a new match type except mixed tag. From all of the fucking match stipulations that we have over the years, casket match, lumberjack. You guys can port more than 3 wrestlers, more than 6 wrestlers in the ring now, and I still get fucking 6-man tags as the largest option. Inferno. Fucking scramble match. Championship scramble matches, and of course, the biggest one of them all for NXT that's coming up this month is War Games. All this stuff you can do for the next generation of consoles, and all I have is WWE originals and showcase mode that nobody cares about. Thanks, not a lot of people have watched NXT to see the growth of these women. No disrespect to all 4 of these women. I know how talented they are. I've been seeing them since fucking FC Dub and NXT to their time in the main roster, and I still talk shit about them. So either way, I'm doing you guys a favor. I'm speaking out for your right for a better video game, and even the top gaming companies or the top places to get your name out there from weak-minded losers to buy you to buy these games get absolutely foot stomped. If I were you, the only game available that you can get for 2K is Borderlands at this point. Nobody gives a fuck about NBA 2K. They monopolize on the system on something purely hard as basketball. Then you got professional wrestling getting monopolized. That I have to play a fucking Ultimate Team of a Career mode, and I have to buy like a handful of wrestlers for $15. You know how stupid that is. I have to buy movesets. I have to buy a season pass. All that shit I gotta buy, and you guys didn't even bring up a good game mode. And you guys change up the gameplay system for a fan that you guys haven't changed since 2K14. I mean, no, 2K15, and then you just add in more mini games. What's the difference here with this 2K than the other 2K? We're getting up to the next decade now, and I haven't seen anything new. That's how sad your game is. And seeing how I'm not sucking the dick of this, you know there's a problem. Because I'm a massive wrestling fan, if you don't know, thanks to amounts of SmackDown and Raw, sometimes NXT, and sometimes AEW. I stack up on my YouTube videos just so I can share how much I love and I care about this entire occupation of professional wrestling. And how you guys could even make a competent game out of that for the last several years, and the only passable game we have is somewhat mediocre out of last year's port of 2K19. You guys have a problem. How you guys have a custom championship, have no custom championship mode is a problem until you guys patch it. How you guys have a showcase mode of things that happened under a decade ago is a problem. How you guys are missing so many wrestlers even though they're still on contract or in your Hall of Fame is a problem. The only wrestlers that I only know that were going to be put into the game, even though several years of these guys, except maybe 2015, thanks, they were literally trying to get rid of him. Hulk Hogan in China. Tonka, some guys from NXT. Leo Rush, our current cruiserweight champion, is currently not in the game. Angel Garza would be in the roster and not Leo Rush right now. And he beat him. This shows how much of a lack of idealistic, or high expectations these guys have other than, oh, it's a wrestling game. Kids are gonna buy a fucking wrestling game. They're losers now. Come on, man. And now I hear about y'all social media being hacked because of how shit you guys are. So, yeah. Serves you right. This is what you get. This is what you get when when people have low expectations for your game. You have low expectations for your game, and you see right now from how much backlash y'all have been getting for the last few months. So, please, from a literal video game being the butthole of all jokes aside, I told you so. Whoopsies. Hope y'all have a good day. Thank you, fuck you, bye. And I think 2K said the same thing.